The Apple AirPods Pro and the new Samsung Galaxy Buds Live are two of the newest truly wireless earbuds from two of the most well-known brands, and yet they couldn't be more different. Despite both having wireless charging, active noise cancellation, and many great features, these earbuds take fundamentally different approaches to how an earbud should even be shaped. This leaves us with a question of which earbuds are actually better. In this video, I compare these earbuds head to head and put them to the test to figure out which pair is actually the better buy. So right here we have the AirPods Pro and the Samsung Galaxy Buds Live. In this video, I'm just going to call them the Galaxy Beans because they're obviously shaped like beans. And these are completely different approaches to how you can have truly wireless earbuds. And yet they're both really good in their own ways, which left a lot of people wondering what the differences are and which pair they should be getting. So I want to start off with the physical differences, and actually just on the outside, starting with the cases. The first difference is obviously going to be the colors. In typical Apple style, they only have white for the AirPods Pro, and then the Galaxy Beans have three different colors. You can get the Mystic Black, Mystic Silver, or Mystic Bronze. They both charge with Qi wireless charging, so that's kind of a nice thing right there, but the actual ports are obviously different. The Galaxy Beans use the USB Type-C charging port, while Apple, of course, uses their own. Now, opening these up and looking at the earbuds themselves, they really couldn't be more different. So the AirPods Pro are more of an external design. They have the silicone tip going in your ear, but everything else is pretty much taken care of on the outside. And the Galaxy Beans, on the other hand, are as compact as possible, really trying to fit in your ear, and they have that open ear design, so there's nothing really sticking in your ear that far. So very compact, and as far as aesthetics go, I mean, you can comment and let me know what you guys think, which one looks better. I know personally I would prefer the Galaxy Beans, mostly just because they're a slimmer profile, but being that they're so shiny, they're definitely more accessorized, so they're trying to look a little bit more like a fashion accessory kind of. But I still think, I think it looks pretty good. It's pretty subtle, it's pretty small in your ear. And when it comes to comfort, they both are really comfortable. They're both very light earbuds. The Galaxy Beans, I think I can wear for longer because they don't create that seal, so it doesn't get hot in your ear at all. It's really comfortable, it's really light, and it just kind of gently rests there. Although I will say that while they are comfortable and secure, it is possible to kind of misalign them if you're doing a dynamic workout or if you just touch them a little bit. It's pretty easy to get them moved very slightly, which could pretty significantly affect your audio quality, being that the speakers are suddenly misaligned in your ear, so you might lose all of your bass or something like that. And you just want to keep in mind that you want to readjust that and keep it at the right position. Now, the AirPods Pro fit, they fit really well, honestly. There's three different tips, and on your iPhone, you can actually do a fit test, and it'll help you decide which ear tip is going to be best for you. Both earbuds have a vent, so that should be kind of equalizing and also helping with your bass a little bit. We'll talk about sound quality later on. They both have multiple microphones, so 2 microphones on the AirPods Pro and 3 on the Galaxy Beans. We'll get into a test of those as well in just a few minutes. And another thing with the AirPods Pro is that the way they control is completely different. So while the Galaxy Beans have a touchpad on the top on the outside that allows you to tap once, twice, 3 times, or tap and hold, the AirPods Pro don't have that. I think this is kind of a big advantage of the AirPods Pro. They took a different approach, being a force sensor or a pressure sensor on the stem. So rather than having to worry about accidentally touching that or adjusting it, or maybe if you're wearing gloves, you don't have to worry about that, because instead it just uses the pressure of pinching that to do whatever you're trying to do, to pause a song, to skip a song, stuff like that. Now, these both have a voice assistant that you can summon very easily just by saying, hi Bixby or Siri. Now, the AirPods Pro have a slight advantage when it comes to water resistance, being rated at IPX4, while the Galaxy Beans are only IPX2. Realistically, that's not a huge deal. They're both going to be fine if you're sweating or if it's a light rain outside. They really shouldn't be taking on any damage. Now, when it comes to battery, the AirPods Pro are rated for about 5 hours for the earbuds and 24 hours when you include the case. And the Galaxy Beans are almost the same battery life when you have active noise cancellation and the voice assistant on. But if you turn those off, which honestly I would turn them off because the ANC doesn't do much and I don't use Bixby, then the battery life is significantly longer. So you're getting 8 hours per earbud and 29 hours including the case. Another kind of subtle advantage of the Galaxy Beans is that I would say they're more hygienic. So being that they don't go all the way in your ear, regardless of how clean your ears are, having something not go in your ears is going to be cleaner. And likewise, having a shallow case means it's easier to clean out if dirt gets in there or whatever happens. And then the last physical difference I want to point out is that I like how the Galaxy Beans case can sit upright while it's charging on the back, charging on Qi wireless on a wireless charging pad, or when you're just setting it on your desk and you want to take one earbud out. So in all of my previous testing, the AirPods Pro have kind of been a reigning champion when it comes to microphone quality. So now the Galaxy Buds Live also sound really good. So we're going to find out which one sounds better right now. All right, guys, so these are the Galaxy Buds Live. In my previous testing, these were extremely impressive. So between the two of these in an indoor environment, let me know which one sounds better. And now we're actually going to head outside to a louder environment, just in case you're walking on the sidewalk, to see what a phone call would sound like there. All right, so now I'm standing outside again near a road, and we're going to switch over. And this is what the Galaxy Buds Live sound like. If I'm talking outside, see how much of the noise they block out from the traffic behind me? Now let's switch over to the AirPods. So this is what the AirPods sound like with some more cars driving behind me outside. There's really no wind today, but comment down below. Let me know which one sounds better to you, or if they honestly maybe even both sound the same. Now getting into audio quality, these are actually extremely different. Even though they're both kind of targeted, I would put them in the same category. So they're not going to be the best for really big jams and really hard bass. If you're listening to rock and rap and EDM and stuff like that, they're really not going to be the best earbuds for sound quality for that. So if you look at other stuff, the softer, more acoustic type stuff, they're good earbuds for that type of genre, but they're very, very different. So the Galaxy Beans have smoother, kind of lower bass. I find that the bass driver on there definitely produces a lower bass frequency, and it sounds better, but it's not extremely powerful. So that's why I'm saying for acoustic music, it's pretty good. It's not going to be overpowering at all. Now, unfortunately, the AirPods Pro really don't have that much bass on them at all, but overall the balance across the entire spectrum, besides being a slightly weaker bass, it does sound really good. So you have an emphasis somewhere around 1100 hertz. You get, some pretty good accents on the cymbals and the higher vocals. Like it sounds pretty good on the full spectrum, again, except for the lower bass. And then I find that the Galaxy Beans tend to have a big dip around like 1100 to 1600 hertz. And so sometimes you lose some of the overtones and the higher harmonics with these. I think that while they do have a lot of bass and it sounds really good like that, I find that the overall balance sometimes sounds a little weird. And a big issue with the Galaxy Beans, from my listening at least, is that you don't have great clarity on the high ends. And that's something that you really get on the AirPods Pro. You get a lot of clarity, a lot of instrument detail, and some really good instrument separation, especially with the higher frequencies there. So that's going to be a really big difference. And I think kind of the best way to demonstrate this for people who don't know exactly what I'm talking about, I test these earbuds on Tidal and some downloaded songs and on Spotify as well, but I have a Spotify playlist, I'll link it down below, and I use this playlist to test a lot of my earbuds. So if you listen to one of the songs on there, it's a really popular one by Ed Sheeran, it's called Shape of You. In the beginning, he has some muted guitar strums, and on the AirPods Pro, you can really hear every single string in that muted strum. And on the Galaxy Beans, it kind of gets muddled together into one lump sound, and so that just kind of demonstrates the difference in clarity for those higher frequencies. Now, the Galaxy Beans, like I said, having that smooth, low bass is a really good factor, especially later on in the song when they start adding some humming. It sounds really nice and warm with the Galaxy Beans. And with the AirPods Pro, you don't really get that solid bass line. So between the two of them, which one would I prefer for sound quality? I would definitely choose the AirPods Pro. I think they sound a lot better, overall better balance. You're lacking a little bit of that bass that I would really like, but other than that, the sound quality is really no contest in my opinion. The AirPods Pro definitely win that. And now getting into the active noise cancellation, we're gonna break this down into a couple things. So first of all, the passive noise blocking is the first aspect, being that when you put your earbuds in, before you have anything else actively canceled out, you want to know what the difference is just from that. So wearing the AirPods Pro with no ANC on, you can still block out a lot of your sounds because you have that passive noise blocking from the rubber tip. So you cut out a lot of volume around you, and then when you turn on active noise cancellation, the combination of those two is far more powerful for crushing sounds than the Galaxy Beans. You really won't hear almost anything around you. Even higher voices. They definitely cut out a lot of higher frequencies as well with the AirPods Pro. Now, if you want to hear your surroundings with these, they do have a transparency mode, which uses the microphones and obviously plays the sound around you so you can hear what's going on. Now, the Galaxy Beans, on the other hand, just wearing them, being an open-ear design, they have no passive noise blocking really at all, so you hear absolutely everything. You can talk with them on and it sounds normal. And then when you turn on active noise cancellation, not a whole lot happens, honestly. I talked about this in my original review. It cuts out some really small humming if you have like an outlet that's buzzing, or if you have like a refrigerator that's a little bit louder maybe, it'll cut that out a little bit. But if you're commuting somewhere, I wouldn't expect this to block out the sound of your bus. On top of that, they do, like, it is a little bit nice that you can cut out some of the smaller things and still hear, like if you have an annoying buzzing in your office, but you still want to hear when people talk to you, like the Galaxy Beans do a pretty good job of that. So I want to do a quick test here. I'm going to play the sound of a jet on my laptop and turn the volume up until I can hear it. First with ANC off, I can turn the volume up until about volume 4 or 5 when I can start to hear it. And now with ANC on, I can't hear it, it cuts that sound out, but I can hear it at volume 7. All right, now with the AirPods Pro, I have no active noise cancellation on, and I'm going to turn the volume up. And I start to hear it around volume 8-ish, maybe 9. And then if I turn ANC on, I definitely cannot hear it until probably volume like 32-ish. So that test should give you a general idea of how much extra sound you're going to be able to block out with the active noise cancellation on the AirPods Pro. Now the last thing I want to get into are actually some pretty big differences in regards to features, because these earbuds definitely offer some different things. And so first of all, they do both have the voice assistant summon like I talked about before. AirPods Pro have transparency mode, which is kind of nice. On Samsung's Galaxy Beans, you have the Samsung scalable codec, so that's for your connectivity. They also have an equalizer, well, within the app at least, and you can get that app on Apple or on Android. Now, these do both work on Apple or Android, but using the AirPods Pro on Android means that you don't get to go into an app and you don't get to choose like active noise cancellation or really do anything like that. You don't get the fit test on Android. The Galaxy Beans, however, work really well on Apple or Android because you can get the Galaxy Wear app. So guys, overall, between these two earbuds, I mean, there's one really big thing I forgot to mention, and that's the price. So the AirPods Pro are selling for over $200. It's somewhere between $220 and $250. I'll put a link below so you can see the latest price, but the Galaxy Beans are selling for about $170. So you're gonna talk about around a $50 price difference for these earbuds. So which one would I choose? Honestly, if you can afford it, I would probably recommend the AirPods Pro because they have better active noise cancellation, and I think the sound quality is better as well. But if you want to go with the cheaper option, it's definitely still a really good pair, especially if you don't like the feeling of a rubber tip in your ear. The Galaxy Beans are really a great pair of earbuds. They have a lot of great features. The sound quality is definitely decent. It's not the best with clarity, but overall, guys, I mean, it comes down to what you're really looking for. So comment down below, let me know which one you like better and why between these two earbuds. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. I also compared these to the Galaxy Buds Plus, and I just have a single dedicated review as well if you're interested in that. I'll link those down below. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, and one more thing. I know for sure there's gonna be comments down below where people are saying, oh, this guy's an Apple fanboy, or he's a Samsung sheep. Honestly, I have an iPhone and a Samsung phone. I've got both earbuds. I have both watches. Like, I use both of them and I really don't care. I mean, it's just a brand to me. I have no loyalty to either of them. So I'm trying to keep this, guys, really honest and just a real review for you. So